friends, Laura with the Handmaidens. Welcome to our video library, where today we are going to talk about a few DIY projects that I have going on here at my house. Number one, I don't know if you can see, but if you can, I don't want you to be horrified moving forward and not listen to anything that I say. My face. See here, my husband, who has known me since I was very young. I think we first became friends when I was 14 years old. He has purchased me a bottle of salicylic acid to remove some of my moles at home and skin tags. He knew me before I had quite so many, and even when I had just a few, he wasn't pleased with them. He always said, "Why don't you do something about those things?" So a few years ago, I made a mixture of what's it called? Why can't I remember now? Castor oil, and baking soda. And I put it on this guy up here with a bandage, and it burned, my whole forehead off basically. And I decided the mole was only reduced maybe by half. And I said, I'm not gonna make my own solution ever again. So a few years has passed now, and Ariel bought me a bottle of salicylic acid, and I thought that might be better, but it's horrifying. It is burning here. For those of you, I have to cover these ones because my poor small boys are so grossed out, and they're so sweet. They're what true love is about. They said to me, "Mom, don't take your spots off. We won't recognize you." But look at this horrible nightmare. Do you see what's happening to me? So as far as, these were just little brown spots before I started. They've gotten much worse. So as far as DIY projects go, I do not recommend being your own dermatologist in this way, okay? That being said, I'm not actually going to a doctor about it either. So what can we do? Other things we have going on are seed starters. We started some seeds. My nephew Troy showed us some of the tomatoes that they were choosing. They look infinitely more sophisticated than the ones I have chosen. I went to the Dollar Tree and bought a couple of 4 for $1 packets of seeds. They were all heirlooms, so that was nice. And so right now I have some watermelon sprouts and some cherry tomato sprouts. And I have one package of peppers, bell peppers, that I actually paid, I want to say like $2.35 for, and they're not sprouting. What is that about? My 25-cent pouches sprout, and my big money $2.30 pouch doesn't? Not cool. Those seeds better sprout or I'm going to flip. What else are we doing today? Today, this mess over here you can see is Israel's homeschooling. He is taking a break right now. So I'm doing this while he and Basil are getting some playtime in, some imagination, and some free time to be children, which I'm a huge fan of. And I am taking some free time to be a housewife and make some more of my own cleaner. I read a lot of books about cleaning. Does that sound nerdy or weird? Whatever. I am a housewife. This is all I do. I have nothing else. I have children, a house, a husband. I have, a mother who I have obligations to, family obligations as a daughter. You're watching one of the ways I fulfill that obligation right now. I have siblings who I love to catch up with, who are all very busy with their own lives because, some of us work, some of us have children, some of us are in school. We're all very busy. And that's it. That's my entire universe. I don't have a career. I don't have dreams beyond this. I love this. I just want to keep this going as long as I can. But I do like to keep it interesting by finding new things. And one of the things that popped up in all of the books that I read about housekeeping is citrus vinegar. I even saw it online a few times. It popped up. And so I've been making it, and I really like it. with a bunch of sticky fingered children in my house. This cleans up my doorknobs and my trim and my cabinet doors and all the things that get really gross. It also, see this jar? I like to reuse jars. This had tomato sauce in it once. And this sticky stuff, like I have the hardest time getting it off, always. This jar has been through my dishwasher, I don't know, 100 times. And it's been hand washed 100 times, and this sticky stuff is still on there. And this vinegar, I'm going to show you, takes this stuff off so these jars look beautiful and new, which is wonderful if you ever want to, say, reuse them and not have them look awful. Or sometimes I pour candles into them, and like, who wants to look at that schmutz? You don't. So this is exciting. What I have here looks a little bit like a jar of pee, but it's not. This is the jar of vinegar I've been working out of. This is the jar I've had brewing. We have a little cubby hole underneath our staircase, and it's too small to stuff Harry Potter in. Maybe Fairy Potter. Oh, Mom, that was for you. Fairy Potter. I feel like I just channeled you. Only you would make a joke like that. These orange peels have been sitting in vinegar in that cubby, dark, cool cubby. It was supposed to be for 2 weeks. I lost track of time. The first time I ever made this, I marked it on my calendar and I took it out the exact day I was supposed to. And then the Lora took over, and I have no idea when I stuck it in there. I feel like it's been about 2 weeks. It's the right color. Maybe it's been 2.5 weeks. Maybe it's been 3. But we're going to check it out. What I do, oh, now see, that's interesting. The first time I made it in an old milk jug. And this was because I'd read something about not using metal with something, maybe vinegar, maybe something, because it would react, and I don't know what that meant. And so I didn't want to use a metal lid, and then the second time I didn't want to deal with dealing with a milk jug. So I said, oh, well, let's see if the metal lid does anything. Now this was a pickle jar, which had vinegar in it anyway, pickles do. So maybe it's been coated in something. I didn't use just a regular mason jar lid. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that it didn't ruin the lid, so that's good. I can proceed that way. This is going to be my new citrus vinegaring jar always. I have a mesh strainer. See that? Really fine little, oh, there you go, meshy. Okay. And I'm just going to take my 2-week or so old vinegar. I made a mess. That's a great thing about spilling cleaning products. You just clean. Who cares? And we're pouring it into our jar. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's in there. Let's see. If you take it straight, onto a cotton ball, pour it straight.
Mom?
Yeah, bud. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right with you. And is it coming off? It is. This stuff is budging.
What are you making?
I'm making citrus vinegar.
What's that?
Is basil okay?
I don't know.
Okay. So yes, this is coming off. This is coming off. And it doesn't stink horribly.
What are you making again?
Citrus vinegar.
Citrus vinegar?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, it's a vinegar that has orange peels in it.
Orange peels in
Mm-hmm. And it sat for 2 weeks.
Sat for 2 weeks?
It sat for 2 weeks, and now it's ready to be a cleaning product. It takes sticky stuff off if you use it straight.
Sticky stuff off?
Yeah, the backs of stickers and stuff come off with this stuff beautifully. And then another thing you can do is mix it with water and use it as a general purpose cleaner, right? And how did we make it? we took the peels of 2 oranges and put them in our jar. And then Israel, do you want to pour the vinegar?
Yeah.
Here. Just fill the jar with vinegar.
And do the oranges melt?
They don't melt, but they release some of the oils that are inside of them.
They release some of the oil?
Mm-hmm. And see how this one afterwards, this is so clean and white?
Yeah.
And after 2 weeks, it becomes this yellowish color. So some of that orange went
You
in.
need to take out the oranges at some point?
Yeah, afterward, what I did was I poured this into that. And so these are our old oranges. And look, they don't look any different. They're not like any less orange. And just all of their goodness, which is, it helps with cleaning, came out into the vinegar.
Did you say all of your goodness?
All of the goodness of the orange peels that helps with cleaning. And it has a little bit of an orangey smell to it. It does. Yeah, go ahead, smell it. See what you think.
Pickles.
Smells like pickles, the vinegar. Anyway, I like this cleaning product. I recommend this cleaning product. I had read that it's good in your oven at one point. I haven't used it in my oven yet. Like I said, I've just been using it for sticky fingerprints and, you know, kind of.
No.
Yeah, well, yeah, not on the window. I did not use it on the glass. I used it on painted surfaces. Sticky painted surfaces, sticky wooden surfaces. Make a fingerprint. Like, he couldn't find one around here. There's plenty of fingerprints. All right, so that's what I have for you today. Don't remove your own moles. Do make your own cleaning products. Do start your seeds. Peace. See you later.